on right now.
Okay,
All the
it's
my idea. This podcast is like a repository where my ideas go to die.
oh, okay, all
Just
right.
kidding.
Yep,
Just kidding.
it's recording now.
It's actually both our dreams. Hi guys, welcome to Nerd Legend. I'm,
Welcome.
I'm
Yeah,
Cage. That's Cher. I'm just
yeah.
kidding. I just pulled a quick one on you again. Ooh, we're acting a little silly
We
tonight.
don't have nearly enough listeners for them to know who we actually are. So
Exactly.
you're just gonna
You're not
confuse
wrong.
everybody.
I know. I'm gonna confuse you and I. Like I'm gonna get because you and I are the only people listening to this. So like I'm gonna go to like the little twisteroo, right? Like our names are gonna get confused. And we're gonna like, who is who? Who are you? Who am I? And then like just a two body problem or whatever the fuck.
I think it's a 3-body problem, and I don't know what I haven't watched it or read it.
Oh, oh.
Isn't
Well,
it a book?
I don't know, man.
Hmm. Look, I got my
Anyway,
hammer.
guys, skeleton crew. He does have the helm of hammer, helm hand, helming hammer hand.
Uh huh.
Helm Hammerhand, he does have the helm, he has the mace, the helm, the hammer of Helm Hammerhand,
Yeah, even
which
though he
apparently
doesn't
isn't
really
even a
use a
real
hammer. Yeah,
hammer at all in this movie at
and
all.
it's a popcorn bucket, but the popcorn doesn't
It
fit in
doesn't
it.
work. It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna take it off because then I have to put it back. But yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Usually, like when you buy these things, like the popcorn buckets, they're massive and they're like cool, and the hammer's cool, but it's not massive, and they only gave me a medium, and it doesn't even fit. So what's the fucking point?
Yep. Yep.
Anyway, yeah. How much of Skeleton Crew have you watched?
Let's see. I have the episode I just finished pulled up right now, episode 4. So wait. So I'm caught up.
So you watched 4 episodes?
No, I watched 2 episodes. I watched the first episode alone in bed, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, this is pretty fun."
Mm-hmm.
I watched episode 2. I watched episode 2 kind of when I was gaming, because I needed to watch it, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like up late. I was up late, and then today I watched episode 3 and 4. Episode 3, I was glued the entire time. It was really cool. Um, that's that. Now I need to remember what, because I think it's like the map. Like I just really like that map creature. That whole sequence is fucking amazing.
Was that
Like all
episode
that
3?
stuff was.
That was episode
That was
3.
episode. It was episode. Yeah, I don't even remember what happened during episode 3 other than that scene. Wait, it was just a really short episode though. Yeah, it was only 20 minutes long. No wonder.
Yeah, and then you watched episode 4.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
With them on like some like failed version of their own
Yeah,
planet.
yeah. So you're caught
Spoilers.
up. So we're both caught up through.
We're both caught up. Yeah, look
through
at that, guys.
well, except
Ledger,
there a new episode
pulling it
dropped.
out of our butts.
A new episode dropped
every
on
day.
Christmas Eve that I haven't watched yet. You haven't watched
Wow.
yet, but we're at the same. We're on the same speed.
We're that good, dude.
Yeah,
At the
except
Nerd
I
Ledger,
watched.
we're on a wavelength.
Yeah, except like I
Really
watched
fun.
episode 1 and 2 like 3 weeks ago. So
Same. I watched episode 1 when. Anyway, did you ever watch any of Secret Level, by the way?
I haven't
was
watched
wondering if
any
you were
of
gonna-
it. No.
Okay. Are you gonna give it a try, maybe? See if you can. You know.
Maybe. Are you watching it?
Yeah, I've already finished it.
Oh.
It's actually pretty good. I was actually really surprised, and like some of them, the ones that I thought were gonna be like straight advertisements for games, actually ended up being like the most wholesome.
Hmm.
Like, and a lot of them were actually about like they were only 10 minutes, but they were like quick blurbs about like the philosophy behind gaming, which is you die and just keep trying again and again and again and again. Eventually, you succeed, right?
Right.
That's like one of the core foundational philosophies of playing video games. It's like why Dark Souls is such a well-liked video game, right? It's it down to like its core value is you just die and you respawn, and the only thing you really lose is your souls. That requires a little bit of basic level management. Like, don't be walking around with 70,000 souls and then die. Sorry. Like, there's always bonfires nearby right after you kill a boss, which always drop the most souls. After you get to the end of a zone, when you have statistically have the most souls anyway, you're going to, it's just, yeah. Sorry, I don't want to rant about Dark Souls, but
Yeah.
so a lot of that has to tie back into it, and it's just,
Okay, but what about Creature Commandos though?
I have not watched that. I will watch Creature Commandos after you watch.
Yeah, but you'll like Creature Commandos. It's
Yeah, I probably will.
yeah.
Everyone told me it's really entertaining and dumb and stupid and
it's
like
not
but also fun.
dumb and stupid. It's just very entertaining.
Okay, it's entertaining. Whatever you say.
Yeah. You got GI Robot who just wants to kill Nazis.
That's not dumb or stupid or anything at all. No, there's like some weasel creature, right? There's some random weasel creature, weasel man.
It's just Weasel. It's just Weasel. Yeah.
He's just a giant weasel.
Yeah.
Who else is on the other? Who is the other commando on the team?
Well, I mean, there's Rick Flag Senior.
Oh, okay. So
There's
the dad of Rick Flag, I guess he's
uh-huh.
like some kind of super patriot. I'm assuming, like some kind of just very
It's,
stereotypical American soldier who like has a cigar. Does he have dog tags all the time?
I don't know. I don't know. No, not really either of those things. You have the bride.
Okay. The bride.
Uh-huh.
Is
Frankenstein's
she?
bride. Um, um, you
All
have
right, Cage. Okay, so all right, okay. What do you
Nina.
say, buddy? Skeleton Crew. We're caught up on it, guys. Why?
Yeah.
Because we're that good at being on top of things here at the Nerd Ledger. Because we give it to you, the viewers. That's we work hard
Yeah.
for you guys.
But what
Cage and I
about
work hard.
Christmas though? What about Christmas though?
What about Christmas? I got Shrek slippers
Okay. And a Star Wars bong.
and a Star Wars bong. Santa brought me that though. I
Mm.
assume you know what Santa brought it to me means. So yes, Santa got me a Star Wars bong.
I don't know what that means, but
It means I bought it for myself and
okay.
I'm
All
telling
right.
myself
All
Santa bought it for
right.
me.
Gotcha. Yep.
Yep.
Santa.
Yep.
Okay. I got nothing because
Oh.
I don't want anything.
Oh.
Yeah. I went to a family reunion in San Francisco. Not my family, my wife's family, but my wife is my family, so I guess it's technically my family.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is how marriage works.
Yeah, so
Yep.
we went to San Francisco. We went to a church. It wasn't like a open to the public church. It was a like closed for a family event church.
Good food.
It was my biggest problem with anything where a bunch of people show up and bring food. It's always fucking cold. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
just cold. I'm not a fan of cold food, so.
You at least need serving trays. You at least need proper serving trays if you're gonna have an event with over 10 or 15 people. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
there
you
was
get serving trays.
24 people.
Yeah, you at least come on, guys. Like you need to at least have some heating trays or something like that.
Also,
Come
there was
on,
no
guys.
heat at the church.
Mm.
So it was a nice 54 degrees inside.
Yep.
So yeah,
Nice.
food didn't really stay warm.
So you had
The only
amazing
thing
you had
warm was
amazing
the
Christmas.
rice because there was
You had
a rice
amazing-
cooker. You know.
You had an amazing Christmas, is what you're telling me.
No, it was actually pretty good. You know, everybody's really nice.
Okay.
They all like me.
Good.
You know, because
Good.
because I look like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's the cute white guy. Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew. Yeah.
We're probably just gonna yap about it. Like, to be honest, like what it is about this show that for me it's just family friendly space adventure. Like, cause that's what really it is. Like, no one's really dying. Nothing bad is like really nothing super bad is really happening. There's like some explosions every now and then, but it's just like really campy and wholesome. And I feel like that's like something that Star Wars was at its core, was a really campy, wholesome like kind of thing.
Yeah. It feels like you definitely get this feels like it's made for kids thing, but at the same time,
Yes.
all of Star Wars is made for kids, so
Yes.
it's not like
I
an
know,
exception to
like,
the rule. But like I
we
think
are
people
giant- we
feel
are
like
all
it's an
giant
exception to the
babies.
rule.
We're all giant babies, you know. So, yeah,
But
that's
there's a lot of there's a lot of very endearing things about the show, right? Practical effects, a lot of practical effects, really good, really nice, really super duper. You know what I'm saying? Some of the pirate stuff is pretty cool. Brutus, the wolf looking dude, he's fucking cool as shit. That dude. You know what I'm talking about? The fact that you have these kids on Atin, you know, that are like pretending to be Jedi and like play fighting and role playing, bro. That's the kind of shit like we did as kids, you know. I'm pretty sure you did it. Yeah. I did it for sure.
Yeah, no, I did too. You know, we had those ghetto lightsabers. You know, the plastic ones where you flick the wrist and like the whole thing swings out. You know.
Yep. You push the little red button down and go. Whoosh. Yep.
And
then
we didn't.
yeah,
I didn't have the ones with
cool.
the buttons. I didn't even have the ones with the buttons. You freaking just yank it. You just whip it out, and then you pull it up. You pull it up on the tip, and then it would.
Oh, you had that one, or the one with the little thing.
It was like a plastic cones all folded on top of each other. You know, kind of like and that's what we had.
Oh, I didn't. I had some of those, but I didn't like them as much because they didn't fully collapse.
Yeah, they were cheap as fuck. No, there's no doubt about it. Those are like the cheapest lightsaber toys available. There's no doubt about that one.
Yeah, you could get one for like $8 back in the day.
Yep. Yep. Good
And
times
I always
those
got
though. And
Mace
they hurt like
Windu's.
they hurt because they're made of really hard plastic. So when you fucking beat your fucking friends with them, they hurt like hard. They hurt really bad. So those you say nerds don't can't take a beating.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like we beat the fuck out of each other with lightsaber sticks back in the day,
Right.
man. Me and my friends used to at least.
And it always hit your fingers.
Mm-hmm. Your
And
fingers,
that shit hurt. That shit hurt.
yeah, your wrist, your legs, the side of your chest, like we get bruises and shit like that.
Yeah. So yeah. Also, okay, our main cast of characters here. We have Fern, whose mom is a weird government lady. We got
Mm-hmm.
KB, who's like a cool visor lady.
Yep.
We
Yep.
got Neil, who's a cool elephant dude.
Yeah, he's my favorite
And
so
then we
far.
got
I love
Wim,
Neil.
who's like,
The
yeah,
dumbass of the group,
Neil's
the
the
class
best.
clown.
We stand Neil. We stand Neil.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
see.
Wim is a I don't know. Wim has main character syndrome in the worst way.
Yeah, I like Neil a lot. I love Neil. He's just cool with his like blue trunk. Like he met his cool like girlfriend by just being like a sweet guy. Like put down the gun. He's like, yeah, my friends are idiots. She's like, yeah, you're smart. He's like, I don't know. Have you guys ever tried
Yeah,
like just
yeah.
not fighting each other? And she's like, wow. When you put it like that, you know, it's
So
just,
profound.
you know, so profound. So yeah, that was a fun little thing that definitely absolutely happened. And and it's just we get I don't know, it's just weird because there's so much to talk about and so little to talk about at the same time, right? Because there's what happened in the episodes, but it's just more like it's just like I don't know. Andor was nice, but also this is nice in its really own way too, because it's nice not to be like stressed out by like like the ideas of fascism and stuff like that. Like it really is fun. Like the droid Shmi, like 311 is what they call him, right, or something like that, or 88 or something. What do they call him again? Is he 99? What is
SM 33. SM
33? Yeah,
33.
they call him 33, right? That's what they call him or something like that. Like they use his like numbers, and like it's just funny. He just walks around
They
saying
call
like
him SM.
I Yeah, SM. Yeah, and he's like, I've never heard of such a place. Like every time, like he's obviously like been hacked, which is funny because this is
Hmm.
a trope actually from the old Republic, one of the old Republic games. The first Old Republic game had a HK-47, and HK-47 you had to like find parts around him. Like no, you rescued him from a no. And so in the second game, you find him broken down in your cargo hold, and you have to repair him, and then all his memories are locked away. Whenever you ask him specific questions, he gives like really specific like responses to let you know like, oh, there's something hidden here you need to find out, right? So it's like cool that they're doing it like that too with like Shmi. And he's just a cool droid. Like he has a peg leg and like he's missing an eye. Like it has like a little rat in it, and he's like just this old swab sailor. And it's just like it's fantastic. It really is fantastic. In episode 3 too, that puppet
Yeah.
for the owl lady was awesome. That whole sequence is fantastic. Like the star chart map area was just like a treat. Like it's like the other thing about Star Wars is like important is that it's a visual treat to the eyes. That you're being treated with proper like prop work, like it's like a play, right? You have good props in the background that add to the immersion of the set. You have great costume work. And then you have the actors, and then you have other actors, like you have people making a puppet work, right? That lady was a puppet for most of the time unless she was flying, and the puppet looked really really good. And I just love that. It's so classic Star Wars. Like Andor was kind of like new Star Wars, kind of it really channeled that Rogue One energy very well. But this is kind of very has a lot of that classic Star Wars energy. I think is where I'm trying to get at it as I ramble. And that has obviously I don't
Yeah.
think that's been replicated since season 1 of The Mandalorian. Since he walked through that door, and the only the visceral things is like he chopped the dude in half, but he took him in, take you in warm or cold, and then like you see he freezes him in carbonite, which you and I know is like a callback to episode to
Yeah.
the Empire Strikes Back, which is a callback to the original Star Wars trilogy. And that whole first season was absolute magic of the Mandalorian. It was absolutely magic. So
Yeah.
yeah, maybe we'll get, I don't know how it ends. I haven't watched the new
Yeah.
episode. I think I'll probably watch it tonight. So anyway, I'll let you ramble for a bit now that I've rambled. Unless you, I don't know, just want to have any response to the thing I've said.
No,
I
it's it's a very it's a it's a very lovely show.
don't
Like it's just there's a lot to like about it, from not just like the practical effects and stuff, but like how the writing, of the characters. Um, like it feels like an actual show written by people who love Star Wars, as opposed to
Yes.
people just like who are paid to do a job.
Yes.
Um, and even like there's some mystery to things, obviously, which keeps you as an audience engaged, aside from just Neil being the best and you wanting to root for him all the time. But like, we don't really know who Jude Law's character is. He's gotten like 4 or 5 different names at this point, including Crimson Jack, which is a callback to something from a Star Wars comic. It's not the same character because they take place during different timelines, but we don't know if he's a Jedi or not, really. Like, it kind of seems like he's not, but then again, he did make the key float, and how did he do that? Well, we don't know any of that stuff. So there's still mystery surrounding that character. And really, the only dark parts of the show is like this whole Aten thing, which is like, apparently it's like in pirate circles known as like a hidden world with like treasure, which it could be like what's that movie, Treasure Island or whatever, Treasure Planet,
Yeah.
Treasure Planet,
Treasure Planet. Yeah.
kind of thing.
Well, it did have treasure, but it's like the whole planet so deep for it to
um
explode. In this case, like I don't know, some kind of horrible experiment, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, that's where the darkness comes in. You mentioned like, oh, it's not like we don't have to worry about the overarching like fascism of the empire or all this stuff, but like at the same time, it's like all these people are kind of like brainwashed on this planet, like meant to believe that they're the only thing in the entire galaxy and that they can't ever leave because of this. They need the barrier to protect them just in case and all this stuff. But really, like, to us as viewers at this point, it just seems like their planet was some kind of experiment, and people are like, it's supposed to be like this utopia kind of story where people are like, everyone has their role in society, and you're kind of forced to do those things, and like, you're not emboldened or empowered to seek out what you want to do and have your own freedom to do and live life the way you want. But everybody seems to be happy, more or less. But we don't really
It's
know
a
what's going on
mystery.
with that planet.
It's a
Kind
genuine, genuine. Oh, is there a disconnect from between us? Sorry, but it's like a genuine, real mystery. Sorry, just put that out. It's like a real, genuine mystery.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a belt.
There's a disconnect, and I think it's on your side because I don't have any delay in when I talk and when Discord does stuff. But
Yeah,
I
I
know
don't.
it's taking like
Uh,
5 or 6 seconds.
oh, wow. Yeah, yeah. It's for me, you're talking fine. So I guess it is me. Should I try reconnecting? Well, it's the first for everything. As they say.
uh, yeah, you can try it if you want. I don't know if it'll help. You probably have to restart Discord and like see if there's any like downloads or whatever or updates.
Okay. Okay. Give me a second here.
But oh, he disconnected. Can't say I've ever heard of any Aten. I think that's what he says. Maybe it's not what he says. Maybe he says something else. Look, I can mess with the camera. See, bigger, small. There we go.
Is this any better?
Ooh, I don't know. Is it better?
No, it doesn't look like it's better. Actually, it looks like it's starting to impact your side of the camera now as well. Like it's an infection spreading, conquering our souls.
Yeah, it seems worse.
Worse.
It seems
It's
just
getting
worse.
It's getting worse. Yeah, yeah. It's it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Oof.
But how much worse is it?
I don't know. We can just talk without camera if you want, and just yap about this, and then I can. I'll try my hardest not to talk over you. You know me. I'm a yappaholic, so sometimes it's hard for me to not do that. Um, but
It's
yeah,
okay. Yeah, there's lots to yap about.
yeah. Anyway, you were saying about the thing.
Yeah, just saying. Yeah, the thing in general, the mystery surrounding Aten and Jude Law's character are both things that keep you as an audience engaged. But really, the characters are interesting enough to do that on their own. And just the way the story is written, and they're doing their little adventures. They're trying to get home or whatever, but they go visit the owl lady, and then they end up on at Arkin or whatever, some other planet that's like a failed version of their world, which their world is like supposed to be the utopia, and this planet is kind of like apocalyptic at this point, where you have like children soldiers fighting for the future, fighting to survive. They have EOPs, the little
EOPs, yeah.
little creatures from Tatooine. That yeah.
Yep.
So there's another callback, but yeah, really, just Neil's the best, and that's it.
Yep, Neil is the best. He's a certified good boy. There's absolutely no doubts about that one whatsoever.
Yeah.
Um,
And he saves him too. He saves him from SM-33 when SM-33 is fucking tweaking, bruh.
yep. Yeah, when they first get it all started and everything like that, and the glasses girl. I'm so terrible with names, but all of our viewers, me and you, should know this by now. That I'm just horrible with names, and so the glasses girl has been really helpful though, doing a lot of tech and everything like that. Just always helping and always getting it throwing together the droids and doing a lot of stuff. And she was like a dead eye with the blaster. That was pretty cool too. You're doing some gang signs or something. I don't. Yeah, you're throwing out some gang signs or cut.
No, her name is
Cut.
KB. K
KB.
B
KB.
A.
Okay, B.
This is B, right? Or is this B? Fuck!
I don't know.
I don't know
Man.
sign
What
language.
planet? What planet are we even on?
This is
What
K,
planet
even though it looks
is
like,
it? Is it K? Is it K really?
Mhm.
Is it all right?
J. Wait. I don't know. Yeah, sure. It's where
hurt
I don't know
yourself.
what planet we're on,
hurt-
and I don't know if those were
Don't.
gang signs or
Yeah.
sign language.
Don't hurt yourself too hard there, or thinking too hard, okay? You look like there's some sputtering going on, right? So, yeah, just be careful on that one.
Okay. All right. So, all right.
Well, I don't know, like it's just weird because it's such a good show, but it's just the episode's still really short, and I guess that is true because one episode was only 20 minutes long. So maybe it was just really kind of a shot in the dark, and like it hit really well, and we'll get a good season 2, you know? So if each episode's only been 20 minutes long, we only have about 80 minutes of episode to discuss about, which really isn't a whole lot when you really think about some of the shit we've taken deep dives on here before.
Most of the episodes are around 35-ish minutes. I think one was pretty short though. It was like 22, but yeah, most of them are like 35-ish minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this delay is seriously delaying. It's really annoying, but there's not a whole lot else to say. I'm just glad to have good Star Wars content back on the screen.
Same.
And I don't think we necessarily need a season 2. Like, maybe I'm just like an anti-season 2er of things because some things are just fine on their own. We don't need to keep expanding them to infinity. We can just like enjoy something we have. But maybe this show will warrant a season 2 because it's just kind of like a standalone story. It's not like trying to force itself to be a part of everything else we've seen in Star Wars before, like so many other Star Wars projects do. So, yeah, maybe it will warrant that.
Yep.
Yep. Did you
did
you see
our
what
best episode.
what an executive?
Go ahead. Executive.
Did you see what an executive at Disney said about the Acolyte?
No.
He pretty much said like they had really good viewership when it started. By the end, they didn't have very good viewership, and it would have got a season 2 if it wasn't so expensive to make. Like if their budget wasn't so high. But every major like YouTube hater and news site hater who just complain about wokeness and everything, all they do is they run with the headline that Disney knew the Acolyte was trash and that's why it got canceled.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Acolyte is unfortunately one of the most unique pieces of Star Wars content we've gotten in a long time. It's been completely thrown down into the gutter and has drifted away into the sewer, and we were never going to see the beautiful little treasure that it could have grown into again. That's really unfortunate because I love Jedi and I love Force stuff, and even if some episodes missed, some episodes hit, and then some of them were just kind of mid, which is really important. And I don't know, man. I just think it's going to be a slow burn on the Acolyte. People are going to flip on it eventually. I'm worried about Andor season 2 because I saw it had like this $270 million fucking insane budget or some crazy shit like that. So we'll just see what happens. Hopefully it's good. I'm not too stressed about it because it's like it's gonna be you're gonna have to work really hard to fuck that up, right? Like they made you care about like middle like literal nobodies in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. So um, and I also feel like our best
Yeah.
episode for Skeleton Crew will probably be the final episode after we've done and just summarizing the season as a whole, like and then going from like episode to episode and looking at the whole thing. Because the episodes are just really simple. They're really simple in
Yeah.
structure, so they're not that hard to break in. Like they're not that hard to peel back the layers and like talk about it depth. Like I like this because it's simple and because it's fun and like oh, this kid's going on this cool space adventure and he's learning this lesson, X Y Z, and like and it's fun and no one's like bleeding out and dying and screaming that my family was kidnapped by the Empire and being forced to build the Death Star in some weird prison on some weird salt mine planet in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and if they don't, they get electrocuted by the floor to death. So, it's just nice to have like this good
Yeah.
little break.
Yeah, and all of that was after some major mission where you were recruited, random guy recruited as like, to do a job for the rebellion, which you didn't know, and then he
Mm-hmm.
does the job, and then his partner like betrays everyone and starts shooting up the place, and then he has to kill his partner guy because
Mm.
whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy shit.
Crazy shit, man. But yeah. Great episode, Cage. I'm sure all two of our viewers are gonna love
Mhm.
it. Uh-huh. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
There's got to be
maybe we'll
300
get
million of
three or
you out
four.
here. 3 or 4, yeah. You mean our friends that we sent it to and said, "Hey, can you please listen to this podcast?" Like, oh, hey, my friend's podcast. They push play for like more than 5 minutes, and then like it counts as a play. This is what success feels like. We're on our way up,
Yeah,
baby. Is that how long is it until they track it as an actual
yeah.
play? Is it literally you just need to press the play button, or is it you need to like listen for a certain amount? Do you know how that works? Or is it just like if you click
Uh,
on it and press
I'm
play,
not
it plays?
sure exactly.
Hmm.
I think if you press play for like a couple seconds, it counts as a play, but you won't be counted as a listener unless you listen for like 5 minutes straight or something.
Hmm.
I don't know, some weird analytics thing. But sometimes our
Analytics
YouTube
thing. Yeah.
videos get like 30 views for an average of like 2 minutes out of 30.
Damn, nice. We're fucking ballers, dude.
Yeah, hey, we got shit technology, and we got we don't put any money into it. So hey, what can we expect?
Yep. Anyway.
Anyway,
Anyway. Um. The
yeah,
delay is
I
really
think
bad. I guess.
I think we can just
Wrap
we can
it up.
just
We can
wrap
wrap
this
it up. We
bitch
can
up.
wrap
You know
it
what I'm
up.
saying?
We can wrap this bitch up. Yeah. We can wrap it
Yeah,
up. Wrap it up, guys.
like a
Just wrap it
Christmas
up. Yep.
present.
Yeah, wrap it. Yep. Just
Yep.
keep rapping. Don't stop rapping.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Like, comment, rate, review, subscribe. Bye.
Subscribe. Yep. Donate.
Bye,
Love me.
internet. Bye.
Worship at my feet.